Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make chicken pilau rice. I usually make this on a Sunday and it brings the family together. The kids love it and your kitchen smells of lovely fragrance of rice and chicken. It's amazing. So I suggest you give this a try, and it's not as difficult as you think it might be. So I'm going to go through the steps one by one on how to make this lovely rice. It's full of flavor. So let's firstly go through the spices. So please don't be intimidated by these spices and think, oh, I can't do this. If I can do this, so can you. So first of all, I have a bowl of my garam masala, whole garam masala, so it's not ground. So I have a half a cup of this in the bowl, and this is going to be used for the stock, and the rest is going to be used in the rice. So I have my garlic here, and I have my coriander, whole coriander, and a bit of cumin. These were just in the pot, but as you can see, that is the coriander. Then I've got cumin seeds. These are quite like long seeds. And I have black cloves, and I have some black pepper, whole black pepper as well, as you can see. That's the cumin seed, black one. And then I also have the, even I'm forgetting this, I also have the cinnamon sticks, yes, and the bay leaves. I have some salt. That's your spices, and I have some onions. You can either use 3 large onions or 4 medium to small sized onions. And I have my washed chicken as well. So first of all, we get the rice out. I will tell you the quantities and the ingredients in the description box below. So we wash the rice. And you have to wash the rice thoroughly. As you can see, there's some sort of white water you can see, so I'm just spilling that. And then I leave it on the counter for about half an hour. While that's there, I go and wash the chicken. And I wash the chicken thoroughly, so I keep washing it a couple of times, rinsing. Add some hot water, and then I drain. I also add some lemon to my chicken. This is optional, but I just think it just gives that nice sort of smell. And then in a pot, I put the chicken. So this is going to be the stock. I put my garam masala, whole garam masala in there. I put some of the chopped onions, 1 onion. And I put some garlic cloves as well. Add some salt. Adding the bay leaves. And I'm going to add some kettled water just to speed up the process. Put the lid on. As soon as it comes to a boil, you switch the gas off. because you don't want to overcook the chicken. The chicken's going to go back into with the rice, so you don't want to overcook it at this stage, so be careful with that. And I've also got some black cardamom that I'm going to add to the stock, which I couldn't find earlier but I managed to find, so I'm going to add one of those to the stock, and one I'm going to use for later. So as you can see, the stock has boiled and I'm going to switch it off and set it aside. And moving on to the rice, so I've put some oil in here on heat. I'm going to add the finely chopped onions, 3 onions in here, 3 small onions or 2 large onions you can use. And then I'm going to grind the rest of the spices with this. I don't know what it's called, but I use this to grind. A lot of Asian people use this, but you can also use a coffee grinder as well. If you don't have one of this, you can use that. So I'm putting some spices here, and then I'm going to grind this finely. And I've put some cardamom as well, 1 black cardamom in as well. So the onions are looking more caramelized, they're getting dark and brown, but I'm going to make them slightly more darker, because with dark onions, that's how you get the brown color rice. So I'm just adding some water now because they've gone really dark. Be wary of this because you can get splattered, so it's a bit hot. So I think I moved a bit. But yes, put the lid on. For a couple of minutes, and you can see the color has changed. You can see that it's gone more brown, and now I'm going to add the spices, the ground spices. So they should have this kind of texture. Adding the spices. You can also get garam masala, whole garam masala packs from any superstore. They should be available. So also I've got my garlic, and I'm going to crush that as well. And then I'm going to add this to the sauce. Give it a stir. And now I'm going to put the chicken in and brown the chicken as well. So I want to incorporate all the flavors into the chicken. So you cook for half an hour on a low heat, 20 minutes or half an hour, and you just cook the chicken so that all the flavors get incorporated. And also add a little bit of salt on the chicken so that the chicken has a nice taste as well. So you're just coating some salt over the chicken as well. As you can see, the oil is separating from the chicken. And now I'm going to add the drained rice. And I'm going to also drain the stock, so you don't want any bits to go in the stock because those bits will go into your rice. So I'm draining I'm trying to get all the stock, and I'm going to add this over here into the pot. And give it a stir. So the water level should be just above 1 inch over the rice. And if you want to do measurements, which I don't do, if you have 3 cups of rice, then you double it to 6 cups of water. So that's how you can figure out how much water you want to do if you want to go by measurements. But what I do is I just put the rice in, and then I put 1 inch above, I put water, so that I know. That's how I find it easy. It's entirely up to you how you add the water. And now I'm adding some salt as well. Once the water has been absorbed in the rice and there's less water, that means it's ready for dum. So you can add the lid on and put the gas on low and cook for another 15 minutes. So within the steam, it should cook within 15 minutes and your rice should be perfectly cooked. Do not open the lid in between, please. And here's your lovely brown rice, nice and fluffy, and the chicken is coming perfectly off the bone. I hope you enjoyed my video, and please like and subscribe to my channel for future recipes.